Someone pounds on your front door. Through the peephole, you see two police officers. Maybe you've done nothing wrong. Maybe you don't even know what this is about. And your first instinct is to open the door and find out what they want. Don't, because the moment that door swings open, the rules change. What you say, what they see, even the way you position yourself in the doorway, it can all become part of what happens next. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what to do when the cops knock on your door in Florida. When you're required to open it, when you're not, what to say through the door, and the specific moves that protect your home and your rights. The first thing you need to understand is this: you are not required to open your door to police. The Fourth Amendment gives your home the strongest protection of any space in American law. Police cannot enter your home without three things: a warrant, your consent, or an emergency situation that qualifies as exigent circumstances. That's it. Those are the only three ways they get in. If police knock and you don't answer, that is your right. If you answer through the door without opening it, that is your right. You are not obligated to help them conduct an investigation by swinging that door wide open. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. If I don't open the door, doesn't that make me look guilty? Here's the answer. Looking cooperative is not more important than protecting yourself. Police are conducting a serious investigation, are going to do it whether you open the door or not. Your willingness to open up is not going to make the investigation disappear. What it can do is give them things they wouldn't have had otherwise. So let's talk about what actually happens when you do open that door. This is one of the most important things I'll tell you in this video. When you open your door wide and you step back even slightly, a court can interpret that as implied consent to enter. And I know you didn't say come in, you simply moved. You opened the door. You created space. I've seen cases where police walked into a home and later argued in court that the homeowner consented to that entry because of those small physical movements, and judges have agreed. So if you're going to engage with officers at the door, keep the door cracked. Don't swing it fully open. Don't step back. Don't widen the opening. Even better, speak through the door entirely. Remember, you don't have to open it at all to have a conversation. And here are the exact words. If they knock, you respond from inside. You say, "Is there a warrant?" If they say no, you say, "Then I'm not going to open the door, but I'm happy to speak with you through it." What is this about? Now they have to tell you why they're there. And you can make a decision based on real information, not anxiety. If they say there is a warrant, ask them to hold it up to the window or slide it under the door. A valid search warrant is a legal document. They should be able to show you. If they hand you a warrant, read it carefully. A warrant has to describe the specific place to be searched and the specific things that are being looked for. If they hand you a warrant to search your car parked in the driveway, that does not automatically give them the right to search your bedroom. So read what it actually covers and then comply with what it specifies, and nothing beyond that. Exigent circumstances. When they can come in without a warrant. Here's where it gets a little more complicated. Police can enter your home without a warrant or consent if there are exigent circumstances, an emergency situation that doesn't allow time to get a warrant first. What counts as exigent circumstances in Florida? Hot pursuit. If an officer is chasing a fleeing suspect and that person runs into your home, the officer can follow. Imminent danger. If officers reasonably believe that someone inside is in immediate danger, screaming, sounds of violence, a credible threat, they can enter to check. Destruction of evidence. In some situations, if police have strong reason to believe evidence is being actively destroyed right now, courts have allowed warrantless entry. The key word in all of these scenarios is reasonably. What they believe has to be objectively reasonable based on what they could actually observe from outside at the moment. Not a hunch, not a suspicion, something concrete. What does this mean for you? If you're inside your home and you hear a knock, don't react in ways that can be misread. Don't yell, don't run, don't create sounds that could be reported as signs of a confrontation or emergency. Stay calm. Speak clearly, because if police hear something from outside that they can credibly describe as an emergency, it changes the entire legal picture. Don't consent to a search whether you open the door or not, whether you let them in or not. If an officer ever asks if they can look around, the answer is simple. I don't consent to any searches. Say it exactly like that, politely, clearly. This is not being difficult. This is not being uncooperative. This is you exercising a constitutional right. Any officer who understands the law knows exactly what that statement means. If they search anyway after you've clearly stated that, your attorney now has something to work with. The statement you made matters in court. Without it, consent cannot be implied from your behavior and your silence. So say it every single time it comes up. What happens after you refuse? Well, here's what I want you to understand clearly. Refusing to open your door does not give police grounds to enter. Refusing to answer questions does not give police grounds to enter. Refusing consent to a search does not give police grounds to enter. None of these things alone create exigent circumstances or establish probable cause. What they can do is wait. They can try to obtain a warrant. They can come back, but they cannot punish you in the moment for exercising your constitutional rights. In my experience defending clients in Florida, the cases that become the most difficult are the ones where someone opened the door, started talking, and let officers in to just look around, handing over everything they needed without realizing it. I've watched people talk themselves into criminal exposure that never would have existed if they had simply stayed behind that door. And if they're already inside and pushing further, what if you did open the door and now an officer is pushing past you or asking to come deeper into your home? You say calmly and clearly, I don't consent to your entry. Do you have a warrant? If they come in anyway, do not physically resist. Do not argue. Do not push back. Let them do what they're doing and pay attention to everything you observe. You call your attorney the moment they leave. What they did can be challenged in court. What you do in that moment can make your situation significantly worse. Remember, stay calm. State that you don't consent. Let your attorney handle the rest. Your door is your strongest line of defense. Here's the recap. You are not required to open your door. Speak through it. Ask if there is a warrant. If yes, read it carefully before complying. If no, you don't have to open. Don't swing the door wide open. You can create implied consent without realizing it just by stepping back. Say, I don't consent to any searches anytime a search comes up. Exigent circumstances can override your rights, but they require a real, objectively reasonable emergency, not a suspicion, not a gut feeling. If they come in anyways, don't resist. Call your attorney immediately. Your home has the strongest constitutional protection of any space in the law. Use it. If you haven't already, go watch our previous video. Best case versus worst case, what to expect from your criminal charge. It'll give you the bigger picture of what all of this can turn into and why these moments matter so much. And if you're dealing with a situation involving police right now and need to talk to someone, our number is in the description below.